Hello there people, today's video, right, it's fucking Friday, so I thought I'd do a bit of a different one today. Right, basically, I don't know if anyone was following the case of where the big fucking massive iceberg had fucking snapped off. And it was basically fucking just floating in the sea, making its way towards America, I think it was. It was known as A68, the A68 iceberg. And basically it snapped off from a monstrosity called the Larsen ice shelf. And instantly everyone was on a skitsy. Everyone was like, oh fuck, this is gonna fucking decimate loads of little islands and shit like that. It's just fucking, I think it was actually in the shape of an arrow or something as well. And fucking when they were watching it, it was just like as if it's saying, I'm going this way, pointing the way it was going. They reckon it was fucking that big. It was about a quarter of the size of Wales. If you don't know what Wales is like a small country part of the United Kingdom on like the west coast. I was going to say the left coast there. On the west coast. And I mean, Wales is quite a fucking size place, so you know, you can only fucking imagine how big this fucking chunk is of A68 that's just been fucking floating around. And like I say, they were all fucking skitsy and thinking, oh shit. And what's happened is it's fucking basically just broke down. It's not broke down like a fucking car. It's like broke down in size. It's like fucking melted. It snapped into 3 separate different pieces, and all 3 of them pieces are fucking melted now. So because of the size of that, the only way to fucking see if it's had any fucking massive impact is if you live near a harbour or you live near the sea. Go and have a look, and if it looks fucking the same as it did fucking last year, we're probably gonna be okay. But if you go down to the harbour when it's high tide and the fucking harbour's nearly fucking tipping over the edge of the harbour, we're in this shit. No, there's stuff fucking do to fucking prevent stuff like this happening in the future, you know. You can fucking turn light switches off in your house, you know. You can walk to the shop instead of driving to the shop if you just live fucking 2 minutes away from it. There's loads of different things, even little tiny things what you think won't matter, that actually do matter. Well, like I say, like if you leave lights on in your house, I mean, we're in the middle of the fucking summer now, so you're not going to need your lights on until it's fucking dark, and it doesn't get dark until about 10 o'clock at night in the UK when it's a summer night. So, you know, like just little things like that, and like I say, just if you're going to go into the shop, fucking just walk. Take your fucking fat ass for a fucking walk, man. You don't have to fucking drive everywhere. You don't have to be a lazy bastard. But these are the things that we can fucking do to help our country and our fucking climate and our fucking, the planet Earth, really. But then there's shit that's out of control, what no one can do fuck all about. And what I mean by that is there's been a fucking black hole spotted, and it's not that far away from Earth, really. Not really when you think about it. It's 1,500 light years away. It's fucking huge, and it's called the Unicorn. The Unicorn. What a fucking name. Not only is the name the Unicorn Scotland's very own fucking animal, the national animal of Scotland is a unicorn. Fuck knows why. Haven't got a fucking clue. There's any amount of fucking awesome fucking animals up in Scotland what they could have picked. I mean, Britain picked a lion, you know, but fucking Scotland for some reason picked a fucking unicorn. Crazy fuckers. But like I say, this fucking black hole called the Unicorn, it's actually in the beginning stages now of latching onto a big massive red star, and it's joined it. Basically they're both conjoined now, and it's starting to just fucking, it's in the beginning stages of eating it up. It's gonna gobble it all up. It's busy tugging at it. It's fucking the star's fucked now. It can't get out of it now. It's once you're fucking sucked into the black hole or it latches onto you, you just fucking, you can't do nothing about it. So that's what I'm saying. We can do certain things about the planet that we're on, but stuff up in fucking space that's near our planet that might wipe us out in the future, we can't do fuck all about. So it's the rough or the fucking smooth. You can actually go on we got a picture of a black hole just recently, fucking like an image through the fucking Event Horizon telescope. So if you're into fucking all that sort of stuff, you know, it's worth having a look. It's worth having to take a little fucking butchers, see what it's all about. Because black holes, they don't fuck around, man. And like I say, that's only 1,500 light years away. So it might catch up to us one day. Hopefully fucking not. Hopefully not even this weekend either, because I just fucking fancy having an awesome weekend. I don't fancy getting sucked into a black hole, unless it's my lasses. But aye, that's, like I say, two different things. One we can do something about, and the other we can do fuck all about. So, the one that we can do something about, let's do something about it. Let's fucking, if you go out at the weekend and you go to the fucking beach or something, take your rubbish home with you. Nobody wants to see your fucking rubbish lying around, bits of fucking glass or fucking just bits of shit and paper, and fucking take your rubbish home, switch off your lights, walk to the beach, don't fucking drive to it, unless you live miles away, like, but like I say, try and do a bit, otherwise you'll have fucking Greta Thunberg fucking breathing down your neck. The little doom goblin. Anyway, I hope you have a fucking fantastic weekend, people. I love the fucking lot of yous, every single one of yous, even the ones that hate me. I fucking love yous as well, you little shits. See you later, people. Love yous. Ta-ra.